Hello, I'm Moshi. I'm making this video to tell you about a 31 book series, The Adventures of Junior and Spike the Wonder Dog, loosely based upon my son Junior and his pit bull Spike. I also base many of the events in these books upon my experiences in the past 60 years as a child and an adult. I wrote and illustrated these books while incarcerated in the Arizona Department of Corrections. I converted them to digital, published them digitally, I improved them, making them all much easier to read and adding brighter colors, then republish them without taking from the essence from the original pictures. You can find my books at Amazon under the Adventures of Junior and Spike the Wonder Dog or under my author's page, Moshi. Before continuing, I'd like to tell you what I do with the money I earn from publishing these books and all the other books that I have published available at Amazon and other electronic booksellers. I have a website, Save the Planet at All Costs at rabidrevi.com. That's rabid like in a rabid dog and Revi like Yiddish for rabbi. My website includes news from several mainstream sources from around the world, including environmentally concerned sources, mainstream and otherwise. I would also like to put together a website news service complete with live broadcasts, weather updates, and the biggest selection of environmentally concerned broadcasted and printed news available anywhere in the world, all available with a mouse click. Of course, I would need partners with money and or donors with money. I myself, whether succeeding in this endeavor or not, would like to at least put enough money together to go to places facing the greatest environmental destruction on the planet, starting with shale oil production in Canada, where I would spend days filming and taking pictures. The pictures I've seen of the devastation to that beautiful Northland is horrendous. I would put the film on YouTube and post the pictures everywhere possible. Now back to the adventures of Junior and Spike the Wonder Dog. All 31 books of the series are available at Amazon, including 8 more, which are 4 book combinations except for the last book, which is 3 books. The covers of the 31 singles are enhanced versions of the original covers. The other 8 books feature a real-life picture of our 2 heroes, Junior and Spike, with Junior trying to push his tricycle up a slide. The books have adventure and animals from around the world, including fish, snakes, birds, and insects. Dad and sometimes Junior tell about the animals they see and what species they belong to. Every book has learning experience and sometimes a life lesson. Today, I will discuss books 21 through 31. Book 21, Panning for Gold. First picture is Junior, dressed as a miner. Junior and Spike wake Dad. They have cabeza tacos for breakfast at a taco truck on the way to the mountains in Old Red. They see a Coatimundi and a chipmunk before stopping at a stream. Junior pans for gold while Dad picks at a rock. They journey farther into the mountains, seeing a marmot and a possum before stopping at the same stream. Junior pans for gold while Dad sets up the tent. Spike plays with a ringtail cat. That night, Dad tells Junior a story about a boy that prospected for gold with his dog Stinky. The next morning, Junior pans for gold and finds a nugget. Spike plays with a pretty butterfly on the hike back down the mountain. Book 22, Desert Rescue. The first 2 pictures are Junior and Spike dressed as conquistadors. Junior and Spike wrestle, then find breakfast waiting for them at the table. Dad is in the garage painting the motorcycle gas tank when Junior answers the door. It's a lost Mexican immigrant that left his pregnant wife under a tree in the desert. Dad calls the sheriff's department, then he, Junior, and Spike search for the woman. They cross through a cactus patch. Spike guides them through a heavily traveled wash. They cross a barbed wire fence, then find the woman underneath the tree, ready to give birth. Dad calls the sheriff's department, then delivers the baby before the medical evacuation chopper arrives. They all fly to the hospital. That night, Junior, Spike, and Dad sit in the hot tub under the stars and moon while Dad tells a story about the conquistadors coming to America from Spain looking for gold and treasure. Book 23, Day at the Ranch. The first picture is Junior dressed as a mechanic with a t-shirt reading Joe's Garage. Spike pulls at Junior's jeans as he tries to put them on before they go outside and play. They climb on top of the pole barn, but Spike cannot get down. Junior goes to Dad for help. Dad rescues Spike. Dad barbecues steaks on a grill while Junior and Spike play. Junior and Spike climb the tree onto the garage roof, and Spike cannot get down. Junior goes for help, and Dad rescues Spike. Dad makes beef stew on the grill from leftover steak while Junior and Spike play. They race down the long driveway to the mailbox. Junior finds Mr. Kingsnake, Dad's old friend, in the yard. Dad puts Junior to work fetching a tire out of the old school bus. That night in the hot tub, Dad tells Junior about a boy that worked in an auto repair garage and his dog that was the night watchman. Book 24, Building a Treehouse. First picture is Junior in shorts, and the next picture is of a raven. Junior and Spike wrestle before going to find Dad. Junior wants to build a treehouse. Junior cooks breakfast on the grill while Dad draws up plans for the treehouse. Junior serves breakfast to Dad. They go out to Dad's building supply pile for treehouse materials. Spike catches a pack rat. They started building the treehouse. Dad gives measurements to Junior, who cuts the wood. Dad cooks beef stew on the grill. They finish the treehouse, including a staircase so Spike can go up and down. Dad paints the outside and Junior paints the inside. That night, while sitting in the treehouse, Dad tells a story about a boy that lives in a treehouse with his pet raven. Book 25, Photographic Contest. The first picture is Junior, dressed as a photographer. Junior and Spike race out of the bedroom and find the camera sitting on the table before running into Dad's bedroom. Spike jumps on top of Dad, then licks his face. Dad tells Junior the camera is for him and suggests a photographic contest. Spike runs around the house with Junior's pants. They form contest rules and go outside into the desert. Junior and Spike go one way and Dad goes the other. They photograph a scarlet tanager, blue jay, Baltimore oriole, red-winged blackbird, and North American cliff swallow. Junior downloads the digital images onto the computer and makes a CD, which they take to town to get made into pictures. That night, while looking at the pictures, Dad tells Junior a story about a professional photographer boy and his dog. Book 26, Robo Boy. The first picture is Junior dressed as a future boy, and the next picture is Robot Spike. Dad picks up Junior at school on his latest creation, Fast Banana. They take the long way home through the mountains. Dad gives Junior a robot kit to build his own robot. Junior goes to work while Dad welds a motorcycle frame in the garage. Junior comes for tools, works until dinner time, then Dad helps him with the robot. After dinner, the next morning, Spike wakes Dad by licking his face. Dad cooks breakfast on the grill. Junior programs a robot on his computer. He takes it outside and performs tasks, picking up dirt, then dumping it in his toy truck, racing Spike to find a ball in deep grass. And for the grand finale, Junior directs the robot behind the house to grab a can of soda for Dad. Dad's curious how he did it, and Junior explains he programmed everything using the computer and sensors placed in the dirt on the ball and soda. That night in the hot tub under the stars and moon, Dad tells Junior a story about a future boy with a robotic dog. Dad's full of stories. Book 27, Ghost Town. The first picture is Junior dressed as an Old West mule skinner. Junior and Spike wake Dad. They get inside Old Red and drive towards the mountains. They stop at only restaurant in town for breakfast. Junior comments on the bad food, bad service, and too bad sign in the window. They continue their journey until reaching an old mining town. They visit the assay office. Then they find a mine shaft, seeing rats, rattlesnakes, and bats. Junior and Spike play in an ore cart, and Junior finds a pickaxe. They stop at an old saloon and go to an old water tower. Spike barks at a vulture. Junior and Spike play in an old ore wagon. Dad and Junior race to the truck. They take the old bumpy mining road back to the main highway, while Dad tells a story about a boy that was a mule skinner driving an ore wagon with his dog. Dad barbecues steaks on the grill while Spike and Junior wrestle. I used to have quite a few mules, and I had a stagecoach too, and several wagons. Book 28, Junior Learns Religion. This is my only book commenting at all on religion. The first picture is Junior dressed as a person from the Middle East would have been dressed 3,000 years ago. Junior and Spike find Dad praying like an Hasidic Jew would. Junior starts a fire on the grill, then Dad cooks breakfast. Dad explains that his friend, the rabbi, taught him about praying in ancient Israel. There is a picture of Adam and Eve with the serpent under the forbidden fruit tree, Noah building the ark, the Tower of Babel, Abraham prostrating on the ground, Isaac meeting Rebekah, Jacob watching angels walk up upon the stairway to heaven, Jacob wrestling with an angel, Joseph being sold into slavery, Moses in the reed basket, Moses talking to the burning bush, the frogs of the 10 plagues, a man smearing lamb's blood on doorposts and lintels, Moses parting the sea, and Moses coming down the mountain with the 2 tablets of the 10 commandments. The last page is Dad sitting under a tree talking to Junior, telling him, remember what Hillel, a famous rabbi, said 2,000 years ago. Don't do to others what hurts you. Now go study. Junior responds, so you're suggesting for me to study the Bible and decide for myself? And Dad responds, yes. Book 29, Costa Rica. The first picture is Junior in shorts with a bow and arrows. Junior makes a harness for Spike, who pulls him around the yard in his red wagon. Dad gets a phone call from an old friend offering a free ride to Costa Rica. They fly to Costa Rica, then hike into the mountains, seeing spider monkeys, a giant lizard called a centaur, hummingbird, frog guarding eggs, a toucan, and a black scorpion. They sleep under the stars. Junior and Spike get up with a flashlight and see a frog. The next day, they continue their journey, seeing a coral snake and a moth with wings that look like eyes. They come to a ledge overlooking a valley where 2 rivers meet. They camp there, and the next morning hike down the mountain. Spike hears a noise and runs over to a bush barking. Then a mountain lion sticks his head out. They reach the river, and Dad pulls an inflatable kayak out of his backpack along with a pump. They take the kayak down the river to the city where the airport is located, while Dad tells a story about a Costa Rican boy and his dog that hunted with a bow and arrow to feed his family. Book 30, Skydiving. The first 2 pictures are Junior and Spike dressed as firefighters with t-shirts that read, Smoke Jumping Fools. Junior and Spike wrestle. Junior finds a photo album with pictures of Dad jumping out of planes when he was in the military. Spike and Junior get on the roof, then jump into the hot tub. Dad takes Junior to his friend Mad Dog's skydiving school. Junior makes practice jumps, a static line, and free fall. Junior carrying the camping gear in an equipment bag, and Dad carrying Spike in a special harness jump into the mountains. They roll up their parachutes, place them inside their backpacks. They sleep under the stars after Dad cooks beef stew from a can. That night, Spike plays with the pine marten that's licking up the leftover beef stew. They hike down a mountain and catch a ride in the back of a truck while Dad tells a story about smoke jumpers that jump into the remote forest locations. Book 31, Secret Lake. The first picture is Junior dressed as a Jamaican boy. Junior and Spike wake Dad, who's tired from working all night, on his latest creation, a lime green trike. He puts a gas tank on it and fires it up before they go to breakfast at Barfing Bob's Breakfast Boutique. Dad introduces Junior to Bob, his old Marine Corps buddy. The next stop is Frank's Fish Bait. Dad introduces Junior to Francine, aka Frank. They go into the mountains and stop at a cabin owned by Dad's old Marine Corps buddy, Rasta Man. They hike into the mountains and Spike plays with a Rocky Mountain goat, then looks at a porcupine but doesn't get too close. They stop at Rasta Man's secret lake that he made and stocked with trout. They catch dinner, they sleep under the stars, and a skunk enters their camp. Dad whispers to Spike to come to him so he doesn't get sprayed. The next morning, Junior and Spike get up first and catch trout, then cook breakfast for Dad. They hike back to Rasta's cabin, who tells Junior about living as a child in the ghetto of Kingston, Jamaica, and his dog that protected him from bullies. Thank you for watching my video. You can find my books at Amazon and under other booksellers, The Adventures of Junior and Spike the Wonder Dog. And at Amazon, my web page is under Moshi. Thank you and have an excellent day. Goodbye.